Hello everybody, Dokkan Assets here. Today we are back with another figure unboxing video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the BOS Special X, that's right, Special 10 KAIOKEN Goku. I've been wanting to take a look at this figure for a little while now, actually. I've had him in storage for a little bit. I picked him up on Amazon, I think for around 25 bones. Not too bad, honestly, especially considering the prices of figures have been going up. It was definitely a decent cop. And this is a very cool BOS figure. I'm going to keep saying BOS, by the way, until we get a little bit into the video, and then I'll say the funny fruit punch word. But I digress. This figure is very cool because not only am I a very big fan of the BOS line in general, this is also a very interesting one because typically with the BOS line, the hair is the part that's shiny. That's sort of the whole gimmick of the BOS line, is that the hair of the particular Saiyan character is sort of shiny to kind of emulate how it looks in the anime. But this time, they decided not to do that, which is interesting and obviously makes sense considering this isn't a Super Saiyan transformation. Oh my gosh, that's really shiny. Holy cow. I didn't expect it to be that shiny. So as you can see here, we have the boy. Those pants are really shiny. Wow, okay. Alright, let's go ahead and get him out of the packaging and we will take a look. So, obviously we don't get KAIOKEN Goku figures super often. We did get one recently, of course, with the addition of the Saiyan Saga Kuji KAIOKEN Goku, which we will see him compared to this figure at the end, don't you worry. By the way, this is a really easy stand. I don't even have to, like, you know, show you really, but there you go. That's how it's going to look. But yeah, so that guy came out recently, and funny enough, this guy came out sort of around the same time as well. I'm trying to find the hole in here, but I don't see it. There it is. But it's cool, because obviously KAIOKEN Goku figures were sort of sparse up until now. Ooh, that is, ugh. I don't like how that feels. Ooh, 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 it feels like slippery, weird, ew. Alright, well, we'll have to deal with that. Goku, you wanna punch out of the bag there, my guy? Oh! That's always so satisfying to do when the figure has a fist like that. Let me be careful with the hair, though. Okay, perfect. Alright. So let's go ahead and toss the packaging to the side. And let's go ahead and put our boy together. By the way, I do like, since obviously this whole thing is painted, the gradient on the, like, peg is actually really sick. I'm not gonna lie. I know we're not gonna see it basically ever again, but that is still pretty cool. Alright, so let's stick them together. That fits together very nicely. Wow, okay. That just fits perfect, yeah. And that definitely is sculpted well, because it's hard to tell now that it's connected that it was actually once two pieces, right? Because of the way that they've raised the fabric on the belt. So here is the boy. This is the BOS KAIOKEN Goku. This figure is really cool. I like this a lot. First of all, obviously the whole gimmick with the BOS line being transferred to the pants is interesting to sort of emphasize the whole KAIOKEN look. Of course, Goku's skin is a little bit more pinkish. It's kind of hard to tell with this lighting, but it's a little bit more pinkish to sort of represent the look of the KAIOKEN, because obviously the aura is supposed to be all around the boy right now, which is really cool. Obviously the sculpting is very nice. The boots look good. Of course, the pants are sculpted really well. There's some small bits of battle damage here and there, which is cool. His body is sculpted very well as well. I like, this is a good upper half of a figure. Sometimes the body looks a little bit weird and sometimes the muscle definition can be a little bit goofy, but this looks good. As well, I definitely like the expression that they chose. I think it looks very, very nice. It's also weird to see this sort of like chocolate covered hair, like it's a little bit more of a brown tint rather than a black hairstyle, because of course, you know, he's engulfed by the KAIOKEN, so it's supposed to sort of give his hair a little bit of a reddish sort of look, right? Very, very nice overall. I think they nailed the colors, and this is just a very nice sculpt. It's always interesting as well seeing Goku's sort of like, I don't want to say Super Saiyan hair, because obviously this is just he's moving really quickly and his hair is being blown back, but his hair is sort of in this pose, but not in the Super Saiyan fashion, is always really cool. I definitely like that. Yeah, and I think the expression is good. Definitely not too bad, honestly. That looks a lot like Goku. That looks really great. Alright. let's go ahead and put him on the stand now. This one shouldn't be too bad, considering it's literally just yoinking him in right there. I assume he goes in, yeah, okay, a little bit deeper than that. Perfect, okay. And then he should stand up on his own just fine, okay? Yeah, he stands up really well. This is definitely a figure that I think, I will say, even though it's just one stand, and you can see it's a little bit wobbly as you move it around, right? This is definitely a figure that I think won't be too hard on the stand, because recently they have been making, these plastic bases a little bit thicker and a little bit more like durable than they used to. Like, I know I have a figure that's suspended in the air that the base is quite literally leaning because of how heavy the figure is on it. But this looks really nice. This is definitely a great KAIOKEN figure. Super cheap. If you just want a KAIOKEN figure, or even something that's small enough to put on your desk, this is perfect. Let's go ahead and go into the size comparisons. Putting our two usual comparisons down, we of course have the Ichiban Kuji Gotenks and the WCF Blue Goku. As this is a standard prize figure, obviously Gotenks and Goku are not going to be a crazy difference in size from KAIOKEN Goku here. Again, he is definitely a little bit bigger, and it also helps that of course he's suspended in the air, because of course, you know, that gives him a little bit of extra height. It looks to be about... On camera, it looks to be about 9 inches, and I would say, yeah, IRL, that's just about 9 inches right there. Yeah, that definitely looks, maybe a little, maybe like a hair under it. It kind of looks like it's a little bit over on camera because of the angle that the figure's at, but that is basically just about the 9-inch mark. So not too bad in terms of the overall height, for sure. Alright, so we do have two figures to compare this guy with today. Nothing too crazy. Of course, one of them I already teased earlier in the video, but considering that this guy is a part of the BOS line, sorry, I gotta blow the dust off of him. He's been on the shelf for a while. We, of course, have the Blood of Saiyans, Super Saiyan Blue, KAIOKEN Goku. And these guys do look really cool together. So, as well, if you are unfamiliar with what I was talking about with the whole thing with their hair, you can see on this guy, my man's hair is blue. That is glowing blue. This is usually how they do this particular line, so it's interesting that obviously for this one they changed it to the pants, and I quite like it. It's a very unique figure. It's definitely something that will stick out on your shelf a little bit, which I guess could be a good thing or a bad thing, but I think it's more of an eye catcher, right? Like a conversation piece. I think these guys do look really good together as well. I do have to say, I definitely prefer the skin tone on the BOS regular KAIOKEN Goku rather than the Super Saiyan Blue KAIOKEN. Obviously, both of them are sort of trying to emulate the KAIOKEN skin tone. I don't know if they're accounting for like the blue aura that's in there. I would assume not. I assume they're going more for like the KAIOKEN look. But I definitely think the sort of lighter pink, right, rather than this like dirtier look on the SSBK one definitely fits a lot better. I don't think that the SSBK one looks bad by any means, but I definitely think that they improved it. I'm wondering if they took this figure into consideration when making this new one. And of course, Goku's just going to leave his stand on the stage. Alright. Considering we just mentioned him a bit ago, we have to take a look at the Ichiban Kuji KAIOKEN Goku as well. Funny enough, both of these guys are present in the card art for the LR KAIOKEN Goku that just came out on Global. But these guys look really, really cool together. Obviously, there are some key differences with these guys. Of course, the almost said BSS one. Whoops, the BOS one is having his hair sort of blown back because he's moving, and the Kuji one is obviously just powering up in place, so his hair is sort of in the normal form, which is very interesting. There is a little bit of a different color on the Obi belt comparatively between the two. They go for more of a brownish black look on the Blood of Saiyans one, and on the Kuji one, they stick with a little bit more of the blue look as well. I guess that applies to the boots too, huh? Even it's a little bit more pink on just the outline of the boots on the Blood of Saiyans one too, which is interesting. Obviously, the Kuji one too tries to go for a little bit more shading when it comes to like the indents in the arms of Goku, right? And obviously with the Blood of Saiyans one, right, it's a lot more of a simplistic look. I don't think either one is necessarily bad. And I definitely think that both of them are a great representation of Kaioken Goku. Obviously, two very iconic scenes when he whacks Vegeta with the Blood of Saiyans one, and of course the power-up pose for the Ichiban Kuchi one. I think both of these figures, if you are a fan of Kaioken or just a fan of the Saiyan saga in general, are definitely worth being in your collection because, of course, they bring different things to the table. But that is going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have been really looking forward to take a look at this figure, so I'm glad I finally cracked him open, and I am not disappointed. From all the pictures that I saw, I was like, wow, this guy looks really good, and he did not disappoint. If you would like to pick this guy out for yourself, of course, I will leave some links in the description below. This guy is around a $20, $25 figure, so definitely that's what you should be paying for him. And again, this is another great case of like, cheap figure and a very good looking figure for a good price, right? It goes to show that you don't have to pay absorbent amounts for a good looking figure. If you would like to support my figure collecting endeavors in the future, you can definitely do so over on Patreon. That is dedicated to this channel. So if you would like to support this channel, you can do that over there. But of course, you guys watching the content, like and subscribe and all that good stuff is what means the most to me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this guy in the comment section below. And other than that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Dokkan Assets out. Peace.